Hi, folks. Richard Fontenay here from the Fontenay magazine. The new year is an opportunity for self-renewal. The old year has gone, and it's a chance to become fresh with fresh opportunities. Think of it as a wake-up call. Your body and your mind, your career, and your relationships will break down if you don't give them due care and attention. At the start of every year, you should take the opportunity to review 8 key interlocking dimensions of life, and then choose at least 4 dimensions for renewal. That is your spiritual self, your physical self, your emotional self, your mental self, your intellectual self, your vocational self, and your social self. And finally, your financial self. Self-renewal means a way of reinventing yourself. It's a rebirth, and it's something you need to be intentional about. Now is the right time to start the reflection period, to look back on what you've learned in 2022 and what you've accomplished and how you would like to move forward. Now, if you want to follow our posts during 2023, make renewal an essential goal for 2023 and make sure that you subscribe to our videos. Now, here are the 8 dimensions for you to consider. Your spiritual self. Your spiritual health is at the very core of who you are. It is also a big part of why you do the things that you do. And if you don't renew your spiritual health, you are going to battle with a full blade. Or you're not going to battle with a full blade. It can leave you at risk of stress and burnout, and you might feel listless and apathetic and even cynical. The reason I touch on spiritual health first is that it is often the one that is not considered, or it is overlooked. But overlooking it will eventually trip you up. Your spiritual health provides you with a broader sense of purpose and builds on the foundation of your values. But you can't do that without renewal, because renewal will motivate you to reevaluate your purpose and your values. Now, if you don't change within yourself, you will have extreme difficulty in moving ahead. Let's turn to your physical self. Looking after your physical self is important because it can influence the other areas of your life. If your body is exhausted, your mental health and emotional health will not be far behind. And when they are suffering, your other dimensions of life will also suffer. You can't be productive and pursue your goals if you aren't looking after your physical needs. Well, your other needs constantly evolve. Your physical self needs good sleep, regular exercise, proper nutrition, and those are just the minimum of what you should do for your physical self. Now, remember, as your activity levels change, so do your nutritional levels. So, cater to your body properly. What areas do you need to renew yourself relating to your physical self in the coming year? Your emotional self. Well, your emotional self requires meaningful connections. This is particularly challenging during lockdown, when people were socially distanced and unable to connect in person. However, it showed how the human spirit can overcome isolation, because people used technology in wonderful new ways to maintain connections with their loved ones. From online board games to sit-down meals over videos and chats. You need meaningful connections to keep you grounded. More importantly, you need to pursue relationships that edify you. And if there are connections that drag you down or upset you, you should consider how you can improve them, or at least reevaluate their meaning for you. Renewal is a constant evolution, and not everyone will remain in your life permanently. Growing away from people is common, but don't cut someone out who is going through a difficult time. Address those chronic, problematic relationships first. Now, in the main, let's look at your mental health. Your mental health encompasses your social, psychological, and emotional well-being. It influences how you feel, think, and act throughout your life, while determining how you relate to others and cope with setbacks, and to make decisions that can change your approach in life. In short, it relates to your mindset as you journey throughout your life. People need to look out for their psychological wellness. Under your mental wellness, review the positive indicators that show that your mental well-being is balanced. Sometimes people are so desperate to escape the mental teeter-totter that they have ridden all day, that they have developed several ways to switch the teeter-totter off. Two ways people do that is to turn the television on or scroll through their phones. Now, this isn't switching off your mental clutter. While these activities may be relaxing, depending on how you look at them, they aren't renewing your mental space. The best way to renew your mental capacity is through an activity that allows you to relax, rejuvenate, and restore. That means doing something different than you normally do. For instance, you could take up a hobby or go for a daily walk or a weekly walk, or look at ways you could spend time in meditation. Intellectual self. Now, your intellectual self connects the dots as how your brain functions and its cognitive role in governing how you live, learn, and carry out your responsibilities. It allows for learning and flexibility and opportunities for you. It allows you to become creative, imaginative, and playful. And it gives you an openness and flexibility. Are there areas where you need to change your habits, learn new skills, or become more open and flexible? Reading books, taking up an online course or artwork, or letting your inner child play are examples of renewal approaches. Your vocational self. Your vocational well-being is about engaging in work, career, or occupation, or business for which you are qualified. It has meaning and purpose for you, and you enjoy doing, and you continually strive to do it better. Do you need to search within yourself and discern the kind of work or career that best fits with you personally? Or maybe you just want to start a business which has meaning for you. Do you view your occupation or your business as a service to others, no matter what it entails or what role you hold? Do you continue to find purpose in what you do? And if not, what will you do about that? Your social self. Well, social well-being relates to your ability to connect with others, the support you receive from them, and the sense of belonging with them. The social well-being often brings the need for nurturing an environment for building relationships, both within your family and within your business and within your work, or within all your social engagements. It impacts the way you interact with others through social media. It relates to how you develop positive working relationships and how you promote community civility. Are your relationships with others positive? Do you feel a sense of belonging within your family, social network, work, or community? What impact are you having on others? Is it positive, or might it need to be improved? Your financial self. Well, simply put, financial well-being is about managing your personal money and material resources. And I throw in material resources, which goes beyond money. But it really relates to meeting your day-to-day financial and material needs and building a strong foundational base, establishing long-term financial goals and working towards achieving them. It also means a good steward over all the resources that you have. Now, do you need to review your financial wellness, your debt accumulation, savings for a rainy day? And are you a good steward of all your resources that you have? Now, as you begin renewing yourself in each of these areas, you start to trigger growth, which leads to a major change in your life. Your ability to manage yourself while striving to do better allows you to rise above the fray of daily living. And when you renew yourself in at least 4 of the above 8 dimensions, you will have a more fulfilling life. Now, if you're seeking more support as you travel through the 8 dimensions, consider joining our Fortress membership found here, which I have provided a link below. As well, you may want to continue to subscribe to this channel. And thank you in advance for doing that. Talk to you again next week. Bye for now.